It's very unusual place to record my video, but I got some time, so I say let me update you with the latest. What happened here is, you know that I am traveling through Costa Rica. So finally I landed a few minutes ago in Costa Rica. It's about 12:45 p.m. the local time over here. The flight from San Francisco Airport, Copa Airline, was good, no problem. It was about 7 hours long. It delayed just about 10-15 minutes, not a big deal, so I cannot complain about that. The flight was good, no complaint. Inside the plane also, the services were good, nothing wrong there, just basic, but everything was good. They provided some snacks. So after that the plane landed in Panama. I find out that I have to change the plane, which is not a big deal. Little far from one terminal to another, but I have plenty of time, so I did that. Took the second plane from Panama to San Jose in Costa Rica. That plane was also on time, maybe a couple of minutes delayed or something, and not a big deal, but only a 1 hour flight from Panama to San Jose, Costa Rica. But even for that 1 hour, they provided some basic chips and water and juices and kind of things, which was good. So whatever I read about Copa, I'm going to say that no, it's a good airline, nothing wrong with that. So now I am in the Thrifty van right now, and going to pick up my car, and from there I will be hopefully driving peacefully and with no incident or activity to report to La Fortuna. All right, let me finish telling the story of my car rental situation. So I am trying to also capture an amazing place, beautiful place over here. It's a river, some kind of, because in Spanish it says Rio. So some kind of Rio is here. Don't know exactly. So basically right now I'm driving to La Fortuna. I think it's still about an hour and a half away. But I just stopped by just to get some break, and decided to just finish up the topic of car rental, because the last video which I captured was basically I was sitting in the van of the car rental company to get to the place where they store cars, and literally it was a painful little bit experience for me first time, because I'm so used to American system where the car rental places are little away, but the time takes about maybe 4 or 5 minutes. But this car rental place was little far. The name of the company is Thrifty. It does not matter, because all the car rentals have the similar situation, and traffic was bad. And because of traffic, we were just moving inch by inch, and it took us about roughly 45 minutes to 1 hour just to get from airport to the place where they have parked their cars. So anyway, I went there, and I just talked to them. I said, okay, even though I booked a this is what happened here. Let me tell you another blunder which I made. It was my mistake. I booked the car without thinking it through, without reading properly that it's a manual or it is a automatic car. So unfortunately I booked a manual car, and I realized that just before leaving my hometown and coming to Costa Rica. So at that time it was not enough time for me to do anything. So I said, let me go there and maybe I will talk to them and see if I can exchange the car from manual to automatic. But unfortunately, they say we are out of all the automatic cars, so you are stuck with this manual car. So no option. Anyway, so the car rental was very reasonable. And I thought that I have bought a insurance from the same website where I was booking my car. So I said I should be good. But actually it was not good, because the rule of Costa Rica is that you have to buy their own insurance no matter what. If you buy from whichever company, does not matter, you have to buy the insurance at the counter from their local location. And I was told that this car insurance is not provided by the car rental companies. This is basically provided by the government. So there is no bargaining here. There is no option here. You have to buy, and you have to get it, because the money goes to government. So I find out during that process there are two different kind of coverage. And one is so scary that I say I don't want to even try to get that kind of coverage, because there was not much covered. And they were trying to keep $9,600 in case if something happened to the car as a deposit. I said that's not going to happen. The other coverage was 100%. So the difference was $390 for partial coverage, and full coverage for 7 days was $495. The biggest shock which I saw on the paper at that time was $495. I said, does it include the car rental also? They said, nope. This is basically the insurance of the car for 7 days. So this is I was not ready, I was not prepared to see that kind of amount, but there was no choice, because I don't want to get a car, because I have read so much about the car driving, the rash driving, the potholes, and so many damages could happen during at the car. You park here, it can be, all kind of scenarios. So I said, okay, I have to bite this bullet. So I have gone basically for full coverage, where I don't have to worry about paying any money. So it's a strict shift. The good news for me was that I learned initial driving in our country, where it was a stick shift environment anyway. So I have done only maybe 2 or 3 months at that time. Then for last 35 years I've been living in USA. But somehow I realized that once I sat in the car, that I start laughing at the same time, but I realized that I can do it. And I become a local driver with the stick shift, with the clutch and everything. And I'm so proud of that this looked like it came from nowhere. I have done long time ago stick shift driving, but it came from nowhere, and I become kind of almost local. So from there, basically the traffic was initially bad. So from the car rental place, I start driving to my first location, La Fortuna, and I'm still driving in that direction. So all the talk which so far, I'm just saying so far, it's my first day, obviously, first few hours of driving. All the talk which I have seen and read and discussed, people have posted that drivers are so bad and driving is so complicated. So far, I have not experienced any of such thing. Everybody is driving the way they are supposed to, and they are stopping, giving everybody a way of right wherever is needed to be. So I don't have any bad experience thus far. So this is my experience so far, but it's only like I have driven for maybe 2.5 hours or something. But so far so good. So that is the update about driving. The environment is amazing from that perspective. If you see, there is a name of the river. So if you see the river name, it's basically it's right there, because Rio is the Spanish name for river. So wherever you see Rio, that means river. Lago is lake. So I'm learning those kind of basic stuff, but that is basically amazing. And that is the environment is so green, so green, so green. It was very, very sunny so far, but I just noticed that while I started making my video, appears to be is getting a little clouded, but I'm getting in a rush to get to my first destination in the daylight. So I don't have to worry about finding, because these kind of places, they don't have that kind of street addresses, street names. They have 400 meters from this place or this bridge, turn left from that way, 500 meters there, 600 meters there. So there is no very kind of organized process of road naming and everything. So let me go there, and the next video will be basically from that La Fortuna where I'm staying tonight, and maybe not maybe few more nights. Okay, bye.